Bengals outlast the Steelers, and the frigid cold keep their playoff hopes alive. Mike Petraglia inside Acrisure Stadium. Here on Saturday night, the Bengals hold on for dear life, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 19-17, their fifth straight win. That means the Bengals go into the final day of the regular season on Sunday with a 9-8 mark, and they need two things to happen. They need Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets to beat the Miami Dolphins, that game at MetLife Stadium, and they need the Kansas City Chiefs, who were delayed because of de-icing issues in Kansas City, getting out to Denver this afternoon on Saturday afternoon, and the Chiefs must beat the Broncos in Denver with Carson Wentz, not Pat Mahomes, starting at quarterback. If the Chiefs and Jets both win, the Bengals return to the playoffs. As for Saturday night, there was no lack of drama. The Bengals got off to a quick start in this contest as Joe Burrow and the offense went right down the field. 9 plays, 75 yards. 6 for 6 was Joe Burrow to start the game on that singular drive. He had 3 passes to Jamar Chase, 2 others to Mike Gesicki. He looked sharp very early on. He only really sputtered in the second quarter. And the third quarter, the Bengals offense got back on track. They marched down the field for a couple of field goals. But a scary moment early in the fourth quarter when Joe Burrow went down to the ground. He had his face planted in the turf. He came up with a little bit of turf of Acrisure Field in his helmet, actually, but he actually twisted his neck. After the game, Burrow said it was a scary moment, one of the scariest that he has been through as an NFL quarterback, but he was able to stay in the game after getting checked out in the medical tent. He did not miss a snap in this game, and Joe Burrow finishes the day 39 of 46 for 277 yards. He throws another touchdown, a 12-yarder to Jamar Chase in the first quarter, but he did not throw 3. It's the first time in 9 weeks that Joe Burrow did not throw 3 touchdowns and throw for 250 yards. He got the yardage mark, but he didn't get the touchdown total in this game. But again, the Bengals got it done enough offensively. How about the night of Cade York? He had 4 field goals, 4 for 4, on just 1 week after missing that 33-yarder in overtime against Denver. He was, of course, reprieved, as were the Bengals, when T. Higgins caught his 3rd touchdown of the night against the Broncos in overtime. But Cade York with 4 impressive field goals here in the very cold and windy conditions here at Acrisure Stadium. What about Trey Hendrickson in the defense? He finishes with 3.5 sacks. That gives him 17.5 sacks for the season. He passes Myles Garrett. Barring anything unforeseen on Sunday, it is Trey Hendrickson who stands in line to become the first Bengal ever to lead the National Football League in sacks for a single season. What a night it was for Trey Hendrickson and the defense. Much better than it was on December 1st against the Steelers when they allowed 412 yards passing to Russell Wilson, 520 yards overall. On this night, the Steelers had just 91 yards of total offense through 3 quarters. Now, in the fourth quarter, DJ Ivey touched a punt that could have sealed the game for the Bengals had he recovered it or had he gotten out of the way and the Bengals recovered it. But instead, the Steelers got the ball. They got a field goal out of that quick possession, making it a 19-17 game. Then the Steelers got the ball back after forcing a 3-and-out by Joe Burrow and the Bengal offense. But the Bengals defense held Mike Hilton with a clutch tackle along the sideline, keeping the receiver inbound, keeping the clock rolling, and eventually Russell Wilson could not work any magic on 4th down, and the Bengals took over with 10 seconds to go, clinching the victory. After the game, Mike Hilton said, "It's just win and now try to get in with the luck of maybe Sunday, the Chiefs and Jets both winning. We did our job. Now it's time to sit back and see if couple of other teams can help us out." Mike Hilton after the game, classy as always. He is the PFWA Media Cooperation Award winner for 2024 for the Cincinnati Bengals. And Trey Hendrickson after the game said, Coming up with a winning record in the National Football League is no easy feat. We were able to do that, but of course, we want to keep this season going, and they'll be in front of the TV just like everybody else on Sunday afternoon starting at 4:25 Eastern when both the Jets and Dolphins play and when the Broncos and Chiefs play. Well, the Bengals get it done here in frosty, frigid conditions at Acrisure Stadium, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers for their fifth straight win, 19-17. And we'll have you covered on the X for all the post-game audio inside the locker room. One other bit of news. T. Higgins said, if this is indeed my last game, I want to wish my best to all of my teammates. I hope it's not. I would love to come back and return as a Cincinnati Bengal next season, but we'll see what the offseason holds in terms of negotiating. He said, it sucks not knowing if this is the last game or not. T. Higgins missed the last quarter of this game with a tweaked left ankle. So keep monitoring the T. Higgins news. We'll do that for you on CLNS Cincy with a Y.com. Of course, all of my post-game locker room audio and video, that's on the X at Trags, Trags. And coming up shortly on the YouTube page, the Jungle Roar Skinny Bengals post-game pod, youtube.com/@Jungle Roar Pod. Inside Acrisure Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.